Bruno Fernandes could be out at least a month. Julian, how does that make you feel?
Are you serious?
At least a month.
Are you serious?
Fabrizio Romano just posted, could be out for a while, they said, looking like at least a month.
What injury is it?
A deep tissue injury. I don't know.
It's his hamstring, bro.
I think
It's his
so.
hamstring. Oh, we're so cooked. We're so cooked. Bro, I don't think Bruno Fernandes has ever missed a month since he came to United.
That's actually a good point. Like the saying of availability is actually always true. And despite my gripes with Bruno, which
Bro?
do I have plenty? It's saying
Are
this
we
says a
for
month,
real?
which is terrible because 1 month usually can be like, all right, maybe there's an international break, maybe you're paying a bad team. It's the festive fixture period. Everything is condensed. There's like 7 games in this next month, and they're all important for everyone, and especially United without Bruno.
Are we sure? Are we absolutely sure? Is Fabrizio Romano reliable?
I mean,
Are
like,
we
probably not, but
sure?
look, I mean, a month could be 4 weeks, and a month could be 6 to 8 weeks after there's a setback. You never really know.
This is the worst fucking Christmas gift ever.
So should we just jump right into that game? Because going into the game, I feel like there was definitely some hype around it just because you expected goals, and there was goals.
Bro, we're so cooked. Oh my God, we're so cooked. Oh my God, United are so cooked. Oh my God, United are so cooked.
Who
Wow.
even replaces him? Like in that, it was Licha today, but
It was Licha today because Kobe Mainoo was injured, and God, it didn't look good at all. Ugarte starting is such a liability as well. I think we have to bring someone in January now. We have to, and I wanted to do that already.
yeah.
I wanted Baleba in the summer, obviously. Every United fan did.
my
Baleba
God.
hasn't had the best start to the summer, right? Like, when was the last time we talked about Carlos
We
Baleba
haven't
on this
talked
podcast?
I mean, Brighton been kind of mid, but
He in particular has had a terrible start to the season. I don't know if he's sandbagging or whatever. But yeah, January, we need to either bring him in, we need a midfielder in, we need something not just for the short term, like a Band-Aid. We need someone to come in for the long haul. Yeah, that's just horrible news to start the episode.
do we think Manuel Ugarte is like the worst Manchester United signing? Maybe ever. Like literally maybe ever.
He is up there. He is really up there. I don't see anything when he is on the ball. He was like, looking back at this, like he was terrible for an on the ball midfielder while he was playing in Ligue 1. And then we said, yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of wolf tickets PSG sold us, but they then used that money to sign João Neves. They used the money that they got from signing or from selling Manuel Ugarte to sign João Neves.
The best young midfielder, just midfielder. in general.
Ballon d'Or candidate, one of the best midfielders of the world, one of the best young midfielders that we've seen in a long, long time. And we're stuck with Manuel freaking Ugarte.
I'm just imagining that ball he played like on the left side of the midfield, right at the halfway line.
Yep.
Just played it straight to the goal line.
What is that brother thinking?
Like I don't know.
Oh
man.
my God.
It's one of those ones where like you lied on your application and somehow you got where you are. I genuinely have no idea. Like I don't know. I don't know what he can offer. Like it's just nothing.
When Casemiro looks like a magician on the ball compared to you, it's a problem.
Yeah,
he is woeful. He is like, man. Now I remember Amorim like started talking about this a couple of months ago. Like there was a report that came out that he told Ugarte, "You're not the same player as you were on Sporting," and I like that. And I know that Amorim has said as well, like you have like a 2-year window once you join United. If you haven't shown anything to that point, you're out. Will the board back that idea? Can they afford to hold that? That's another question. But I think there's a little bit less guaranteed that we're going to be now stuck with Manuel Ugarte for the next like 4 years or whatever else is on his contract. So it gives me a little bit of solace that if he is this shit, I have more confidence we'll move him on.
Yeah.
Who are we going to move him on to? That's another question. But especially right now, if Bruno Fernandes is out and we have to start Manuel Ugarte week in, week out, we are cooked, Blake. We are cooked. It has to be Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo. Neither of those guys have really looked that comfortable in that 6th position. Good Lord. Good Lord, we are cooked. That is the worst set of news that you could have started this episode with. But welcome everybody to the 6 Yard Box podcast. It is myself, Julian, and Blake here for a little 2-man edition, Christmas edition, although I'm not feeling that festive right now after that bombshell we just started this episode with. In this episode, we were talking about Man United. They lost today to Aston Villa. We're talking about Spurs versus Liverpool. We are talking about Man City continuing the charge. We're talking about Arsenal's okay performance. We're talking about Real Madrid, Barcelona, all the happenings in Europe. Bit of a quicker episode today, but I guess it'll be enjoyable for you nonetheless. You won again.
Honestly, no. I really haven't been enjoying Arsenal footy for the past month.
I guess how it is with United being so shit is like, over the past 2 years, I'm kind of able to disassociate with it.
Right.
Or I'm kind of able to just watch for the love of the game more. And you know what? If we can see the last minute winner to Morgan Rogers, it's not the absolute end of the world. I can stand up. I can appreciate Morgan Rogers. Whatever, United suck. I can accept that. You're probably well, I watched the game with Blake yesterday. You're on the edge of your seat no matter what happens. It's the 85th minute. You have the win pretty much wrapped up in the bag because Everton offered nothing yesterday.
Yeah.
And you are getting up off the couch after every Timber misplaced pass. It's crazy.
Well, it's just a recovery of the ball by one of our midfielders. I'm thank God I don't have to watch them defend a counterattack because I don't know. Despite our defensive record still being great and the clean sheet yesterday, obviously accentuates that. It's been weird, man. It's been weird. There's a bit of a nasty bug that's kind of working its way through the Arsenal squad, and it's the bug of doubt. I think it is. I think the Aston Villa game really planted the seed, and then the Sunderland game before that, and then the Wolves game after that. It's been weird. It was a good win, but there's not really much to say besides a Gyökeres goal that I think he took well, but
he took really well.
It was a good pen, dude.
He took really well from the penalty spot.
No, I think that can actually do a lot for him because Arteta still clearly doesn't trust him to play a full 90, or at least he thinks there's a better chance of someone else scoring past the 60th minute, which is why he hasn't played a full 90 in a while, it seems like. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still happy. We're top of the league. I can't really complain, but
yeah,
I don't know. I kind of want to go back to the Villa game.
Let's go back to it.
Let's go back. But Villa have won 10 in a row.
Bro, and you know what it is, too? It's I hate these freaking stats nerds, not just in FPL, but just in general, too. I've heard so much talk about, if we look at expected goals, if we look at expected points in the Premier League, Aston Villa should actually be placed 12th in the table, and United should be third only behind City and Arsenal. And I'm getting excited for this game. I don't know why I had a weird confidence going into this game today, going we're going to expose these frauds, whatever. We always get something at Villa Park.
Yeah.
It's always a dramatic game, but we always come out on top. I feel Acuna goal coming, which did actually come.
Yeah.
But I just felt really good about this game for some weird reason. But mostly because Villa have just been on some kind of crazy generational hot streak of finishing their chances. And that's exactly what happened today as well. Morgan Rogers. Oh man.
This is what kind of gets me annoyed with Villa, despite them always beating Arsenal at every chance they get. What is so special about them that makes them this good, that is going to make them get into the Champions League again?
So their thing was they're always defensively solid. That was how it was at the start of this season. That was how it was last season, the year before, when they're really pushing the Premier League. Unai Emery has them in such a clean setup, very structured. But their issue, especially starting this season, was the attack. It was woeful. They didn't score for the first, 5 games?
Yeah.
Now, in the past 10 weeks or so, or the past 10 games, they've hit such a hot streak of finishing every single chance they get. And that shouldn't be a detriment to predicting how their next couple of weeks should go. I've now realized that should be credit to them, especially to Morgan Rogers and the likes, how well they're finishing their chances.
Yeah.
United won the XG battle today. I hate XG so much because it gives me so much false hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, credit to Villa, man. defensively, they're always going to be solid. It's literally just depending on how well they finish their chances, and they've been finishing them very, very well. I think that's all it's been, really.
Yeah, I mean, that seems fair. Like, and their counterattack is solid.
Yep.
And that kind of compounds with the fact that they are a good defensive team.
Yep.
But I don't know. I just feel like there was a lot of chances for United in this game. Like, you could argue 75% of this game was a game that Manchester United should have won.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Because you guys were, pressing well. You were playing through the lines when it wasn't Agarte pretty decently. And, like, Cunha looked crazy good on attacking. Bruno, before he came off, was having a decent little first half. Even Dallo, I thought, had a couple of decent crosses. And then, like, you get behind, and
Sesko should have had one, bro. Sesko did really well to get into the positions to make the runs in behind.
Tell me. Tell me.
No, because they were diagonal runs. They were runs that I haven't
running the channels, right? He's running the channels really well.
Running the channels is more like making an off the ball run to open up space to someone. That's the kind of conversations we've been having. But those are straight runs. We're talking about diagonal runs. The diagonal runs into space in behind to get a shot off Emiliano Martinez that he just couldn't convert. He had one where he took a touch beyond the keeper and it went beyond the touch line too. But yeah, Sesko he should have grabbed one. It's just been chances, bro. Like we have dropped so many easy points. We haven't talked about the Bournemouth game.
Oh my God, yeah, we
haven't talked about the 4-4. Well, we threw that game away, bro.
But this is also kind of the narrative that I see. Like, it's fairly negative around United right now. In the table, you guys are 7th.
Yeah,
3
but
points.
It's so close.
Right, but you're 3 points off of Chelsea in 4th, who also, Chelsea's title charge after drawing with Arsenal lasted a solid 6 days, so congratulations.
Less than that.
But my point is, as an outsider, as a person who's clowned you since this whole podcast has existed, United's growth, I'm certainly seeing the growth. Genuinely, I don't know whether it is, I've just had a thing for number 10s recently that I usually hate. But Bruno the last couple weeks, and another number 10 who we'll get to later, but has moved me. I've been moved. He's been playing really well. Maybe it's because I'm more locked into FPL, but there's been a lot of good things happening with United. Yet I'm still seeing a broader narrative about Amorim, about the system, about the players. Sure, but I'm seeing a lot of questions still being asked. And is this not a really big step up from what you've seen in the past couple of seasons?
It's been progress. We've talked about progress. The expectations this season was not really top 4. It was maybe challenge for Europe by extension, but it was not be only a couple points off 4th place by this time in the season. We didn't really expect that. I think there are some extenuating circumstances with the other teams kind of not being as good as we thought they were, but still it's that defense. That defense is so leaky and it's so open, and we're conceding so many stupid goals. And I feel once we can eradicate those mistakes, we're going to get chances to go on a good little run, but we just have to iron up defensively. And I feel that's the kind of signing that a Baleba or some kind of defensive first midfielder that really shores everything up in midfield can really, really do. If Bruno or Casemiro can get a really solid partner, then I really feel that does a lot of butterfly effect things to the rest of how our defense kind of lines up and how that affects everything. Since we started this good little run, since I think 2 international breaks ago, I really started noticing the 10s coming back and dropping deeper and helping out, and we kind of overloaded the ball side better.
Bit of a 4-back we saw against Bournemouth too? Or am I being wrong?
I know the commentator was really pushing that.
I was like, what is going on?
And I think he has some kind of Amorim bias there that he was does this mean Amorim has caved to the pressure of going back to the front? I'm like, no. I know. It's actually, I'm shut the fuck up.
I kept hearing him say that. I was like, was there even a 4-back? I don't know.
No, bro. But see what kind of narrative that starts?
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%.
Bro, no. We always, every single, say Liverpool lines up in a 4-3-3. They do not play a 4-3-3, bro. Yeah. They do not. But it's the same with United. We've never just been a solid 3-4-3. It's never, ever, ever been that way. We look different on the ball, off the ball.
Yeah.
We sometimes look like we're playing a 4-4-2. It sometimes looks like we're playing like a 4-5-1. Like it's different. It's different and it's fluid. And that's how basically every single team plays. So that's why when a commentator goes, "Oh, I think Amorim has caved to the pressure here," I'm just like, fuck
off.
Actually, fuck off.
Yeah.
But I think our main issue right now is that the attack is starting to look a little bit better, but the midfield, specifically on the defensive side, is still looking open. And then we've had so many just lapses in concentration. Like Lenny Oro, I like that kid. I think he has a future if he can like clean up some holes in his game.
Yeah.
But today, you have to say he's kind of at fault for both goals on Morgan Rogers.
Yeah.
And of course, you don't expect him to bend those into the top corner. But I feel like he could have done so much better at closing him down.
Yeah.
And especially Dallo, too, on the second one. Like, those little kind of mistakes there in the past couple of weeks have led to so many goals.
Yeah.
So many goals. Luke Shaw against Semenyo last week just fully shut down. Lisandro Martinez for Krupi's goal against Bournemouth should have shut that down. Like, there's so many that you just think like, okay, if we just didn't make this mistake, we have 2 more points. If we didn't make that mistake, it's 2 more points. And honestly, if we're just eliminating certain points from or certain mistakes that United have made over the past couple of weeks, we're pushing for second place right now. But those mistakes like make us look like such a worse team than we are.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. And Burbo kind of cooled off. Now he's off to AFCON. Ahmad also went to AFCON. Now Bruno's out for a month. So now I think we're going to see regression in United too. So I don't know. It also like, then you could also say that Bruno is sort of the reason why we look so shaky defensively because he's not a natural 8.
That's a good point.
So there is that counter argument of like, hey, maybe if we're playing a Casemiro and Ugarte or a Casemiro and Mainu, maybe since they're even slightly more comfortable defending, or if Mainu can kind of play that role okay, and we make a couple of tweaks, then maybe we'll be more solid defensively. And maybe Cunha goes on a good run, and maybe there's like a narrative in a couple of weeks where it's like, oh, are United actually better without Bruno? Like that may be something that's getting brought up soon. We'll see. But I just think if it wasn't obvious already to our board, we need a midfield signing in January. I saw this week we're linked to Antoine Semenyo. Why are we linked to Antoine's? Why is United linked to Antoine Semenyo?
Doesn't even play a position that.
What is that? Are we going to play him left wing back?
Yeah, I know.
Are we going to play him left wing back?
Doesn't even make sense.
It would have to be Semenyo left wing back, Ahmad right wing back, Cunha and Burmo in the 10s, Sesko up top. Where else would he fit? Yeah. And then imagine Amorim gets sacked. You have like 3 left wingers, 2 right wingers. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't know why we're looking at him instead of looking at someone that could fill in like an 8. I don't understand it. But yeah, we haven't talked about the Kobe Mainoo's brother situation.
Oh, yeah.
The free Kobe Mainoo shirt.
I mean, I get it. I get why someone who is a relative would do that shit. But if Kobe Mainoo had any sort of idea that he was going to do that, he should have said, "You're an idiot and you're just hurting me."
Yeah.
So that's why there's 2 ways to look at it. If he did know about it, it looks terrible on Mainoo. If he didn't know about it, the brother's an idiot. Like, how are you not knowing the repercussions of that option?
Yeah, Amorim's had a lot of beef lately with the academy boys. I don't know if you saw, but before the Bournemouth game as well, he got asked again about Kobe Mainoo. And then he got asked like, oh, if the youngsters are doing good and they're clearly talented, then they're going to play, which is weird. And then he shouted out like, look at Cheeto B. Martin. He's not starting for the U21s. I was like, crazy quote from him. And then he
W, by the way, W.
And then he also brought up another youngster whose name is leaving me that he also played a lot last year as well, who is also like struggling in the championship right now to get minutes. And both of those players like posted something on their stories or changed their profile picture to not United anymore, or took United out their bio, and is now like probably unhappy with the club and that situation.
That's bullshit though. Like,
but then you can make that argument, and you can make the same one for Kobe Mainoo, because Kobe Mainoo hasn't like treated this excellently. I don't think he could be worse, but he hasn't treated this excellently. He's clearly unhappy. Clearly wants to go in January. With the Bruno injury, he probably won't go in January now. But we'll get called up upon a lot in the next month. So, yeah, United is really weird. I'm moved at moments, but then there's still those stupid mistakes that are costing us so many points. But yeah, I don't know.
I feel like
you're not as like making fun of me as I thought.
I don't really know what to say, bro. Like I feel like you just needed this. I feel like you needed this little rant.
Yeah.
Me personally, I had fun watching the game. I don't really give a shit about you guys anymore. Like the whole banter era thing, unless it's a Grimsby town, it just doesn't really irk the fire anymore. City, Liverpool still to a bit. Really, the only team I like watching lose right now is City. Like that's kind of it. And they don't lose right now.
United are too shit to hate watch right now.
Some could say. Yeah.
That's when you know it's bad.
I know.
That's when you know it's bad.
But yeah, City on the other hand are just firing on all cylinders. Won 5 in a row. Probably more.
You want to go to them?
I suppose. I mean, I don't think West Ham wanted to go to them because they didn't want to defend the entire game. Genuinely, some of the worst defending I've seen in a Premier League game in the entire season. And of course, it so happens to be against the best striker in the world. Why does this happen to City? Why, out of all teams, do they have to pull up, West Ham pull up, and they just look like genuine toddlers trying to mark Erling Haaland? His first goal, the ball gets played in. It's like ping pong. He's playing with the keeper, and no one wants to even touch him.
I think you're scared of City, Blake.
Yeah, I am. Why would I not be scared of City, bro? Like, it happens every year. And you know what? As an Arsenal fan, I still think we're going to win it. But usually how it worked, or how it has worked the past 3 seasons when Arsenal, out of 2 of those, has been top at Christmas, they go on their run at the beginning of the year, get top, Arsenal. Then they start to trail off. You know who picks it up right after Christmas in Jan and Feb? Is City. They go on their 12, 13, 15, 16 win on 16 game unbeaten streak, and they solidify the title. This year, it seems like it's starting early. And I do think, you've said it a lot too, that their defensive issues will be the death of them, because their attack is still fantastic and it always has been. But you could also make the argument that like they're an injury to Haaland away from being a 4th place team, or they're an injury to Foden away from being not so much a 4th place team. Like, I think their depth is still very weak, which is something we haven't said about them in a while.
Yep.
But when they're firing on all cylinders, when they have their full squad available, and when they're playing against a defense like West Ham, who have an atrocious chance of going down, like they look terrible, they're going to win, and they're going to win comfortably. And Haaland's going to do his thing. So it's not fun to watch from an Arsenal perspective.
So what you're telling me is the hype on Man City isn't real. Now, I would probably agree with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think, like, Antoine, our City correspondent lately, our City lover,
I think he just...
our closeted City fan as of late,
he's such a glazer,
is
bro.
not here. He's on a plane to France at the moment. But he won't be here to defend City. But
Yeah.
I'll be real. They've looked fantastic. They've looked amazing. The Cherky and Foden duo with Haaland up top. Ooh, that trio looks box office right now. But I'm not believing the City hype at all. I'm not believing the City hype. Like, their attack looks spectacular right now, but the defensive issues, even against West Ham, were on full display. Even against Brentford was on full display. At Crystal Palace was on full display. Like, they are selling you wolf tickets right now. They are not as good as these scorelines suggest, and they've been in such a simple run of fixtures, and that kind of continues for the next couple of weeks as well. But we were looking at the fixtures down the line, Blake, and it gets much, much harder for them as well. They have a run in February of Tottenham, then Newcastle, then Liverpool, then Fulham, then Newcastle. That's kind of like the main test of everything. I think if Rodri comes back, slots in that midfield, we're having a different conversation. Because, again, Nico Gonzalez, been pretty decent. Do not get me wrong. But long term, I'm not seeing that same stability in that City midfield as I'm used to seeing when they were making those runs you're talking about, Blake.
Yeah.
Like, we have seen them kick into a new gear when the new year comes. But this is a different City team.
And that's my biggest question, is who is going to do it if Haaland doesn't? And it's still a question, because
I don't think
because it's
a question as
Foden.
much.
It's Foden at times, and it's Cherky at times, for sure. But Haaland is still that one guy who is their team. And he has been their team ever since the De Bruyne era left. When Haaland came in that first year and they won the treble, their defense was terrifying. Ederson was still considered one of the best goalies in the world. And their midfield was stacked. Bernardo Silva was great. KDB was great. Rodri was great. Like, obviously, Ballon d'Or Rodri. Like, I think now you look at this team, Reindeers has had a
Christmas episode.
Christmas Reindeer has had a fine start to his career, but there's questions about his attacking prowess, which is not really what he's meant to be doing.
He did
but
score.
He did score, on the weekend. But if there's something needs to be done, can he do that? Maybe. Can Bernardo Silva do that? Doesn't really look like it. Is Nico Gonzalez going to take over a game? No. And we haven't been realizing this because Foden has been so great, because Haaland keeps scoring. But what happens if Haaland gets injured? Foden still isn't back to his normal self, some might say, and Cherokee doesn't have Haaland to feed. Who's playing up top if Haaland gets injured?
No, but that's not even the question I'm at. Like, if Haaland gets injured, they're probably still getting goals from Foden or Cherokee. They're probably figuring it out. Everybody playing in front of Nico Gonzalez right now, I'm fully impressed with. Like, they are hitting their form. Like, they're fine. There's no complaints there. Their attack is on fire right now.
Yes.
It's behind that. It's going backwards. Okay. It's teams getting chances in behind that I'm still worried about, and I don't see the same solidity that I'm used to seeing for City. Like, there's still some little shades, some little episodes of the leakiness of last season.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's less than a month ago where they gave up 4 to Fulham.
Yeah.
And the only reason that they won that game is because they scored 5 themselves, like you said.
Like, we've been talking about, is like percentage chance Arsenal wins the Premier League.
Yeah.
I am still 90% sure Arsenal wins the Premier League.
Wow.
Even though you guys almost have like the opposite issue right now where you're so solid defensively. Like, not as much as you're used to, obviously, but still you look pretty good with Saliba back, especially. But from open play, you guys struggle a little bit scoring. You've been squeaking by Everton away, which is good.
Yeah.
Points on the board still. But yeah, it's the exact opposite problem that City has right now. I will say still, like, City are so fun to watch at the moment. Especially Ryan Cherokee. Ryan Cherokee right now is one of those box office players that you turn the TV on to watch individually. And I haven't had fun watching City in a long, long, long time. Like, we talked about this. Like, their AI ball the last couple of years. Like, they're kind of rotating around the box and going backwards and resetting and very structured play. Now it looks a lot more fun. When Foden is on form, he's one of the most fun players to watch on the planet. Haaland is always going to bag a goal. That's entertaining to watch. What record is going to break this week?
It's almost like you should mark him when he's in the box with you. But anyway.
Ryan Cherokee. Did you see his goal against, was it Brentford in the Cup? Did you see that?
I did.
Did you see his goal? That was... Oh, man. Antoine, our Frenchman, is not here to properly glaze him he deserves. But Ryan Cherokee right now, like, I think he has the most assists in the Prem, too.
So where's the who else scored a good goal this weekend?
Again, you're talking about tens to give love to. Let's give some love to Ryan Cherokee.
No, I'm not there yet.
Why? How many minutes have you watched him?
No, he's disgusting. No, he's objectively disgusting. I just hate him.
Why?
Because he plays for City.
Fair.
Fair.
Like,
it's just like, why? Why do they have to sign? Some could say casuals, and I don't even think casuals. I think a lot of football fans would say a failed wonder kid. A lot of people knew Ryan Cherokee from years and years ago. You think people knew Ryan Cherokee? Besides, I know he played great for.
He's 22.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, from years and years and years ago, when he was like, what, 15?
Yeah, he came on the scene when he was like 16. That's what I'm saying. And then, did you hear of him ever since until last year? I certainly didn't. I knew he was around. I knew he was
around as like a 20-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. And you failed wonder kid. If you're not at a club doing something.
Failed wonder kid as a 20-year-old?
Oh my God. But he went to City now. I'm saying a lot of people would have considered him as like someone who didn't live up to his potential. I know he's only 22, but at 21, 22, you want to be at a club like City if you have that sort of potential. That's objectively true.
I think we didn't hear as much about him because he wasn't
football. That's my point. The entire football world, besides the French fans, didn't really hear about him.
Yeah, but I think because he was young playing for Lyon, yeah, we're not going to hear about him as much.
Yeah, exactly. So my point is...
But this is the thing, Blake.
Okay, sure, go ahead. No, go ahead. Whatever.
But this is like slowly growing from 17 to 20 to 21 to getting your big move to a big club and then skyrocketing. This is the normal trajectory of a wonder kid.
Okay.
Like we've been spoiled with Lamine Yamal coming on the scene at 15 and being the best player in the world by 17. That's not normal. That's not normal at all.
All right.
Again, like we can't be calling somebody like a generational wonder kid at 18 and calling him a flop at 20. Let's give him some time because this is normal stuff.
All right.
It's normal.
All right.
I'm trying to find like his stats from like last season or the season before. In Liga last season, I know we talked about how he was really good last season, but he had 8 goals and 11 assists in Liga. The season before that, he had 1 goal and 6 assists, but he didn't play that much because he was injured. I see. So yeah, that's
my whole point before you interrupted me.
Oh, sorry.
Was that why do City, when apparently this guy had obviously a great season in Liga, but why did they have to pick him up and he turns into like arguably one of the best 10s in the Premier League this season? That's my point. As someone who didn't get the move early in his career, obviously played well last season, but out of all the clubs he could have gone to, out of everyone who looked at him in the transfer window this past summer, City picked him up, Pep picked him up, and look what he is now. It's annoying. That was my point.
You're annoyed.
I'm annoyed. And you fucking interrupting me made me more annoyed too.
I'm just trying to analyze.
Like, he's obviously
here,
not a failed wonder kid. I'm saying some people could have considered him that because Endrick's career right now. Where do you think he's going to go, man?
Yeah, it's
a shit show.
Well, he's going to go to Lyon now.
Right. You are right. On loan. But it's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just City look good, and it's annoying, and I don't want to talk about them anymore. So.
You're just annoyed, is your point.
I am annoyed.
That's
because
a riveting analysis.
When is it going to be our turn? When is it going to be our turn, man? Like, I swear to God.
Bro, it's your turn right now. You're in the lead of the league.
Yeah, and I'm feeling happy about that, but everything that I'm seeing online is that Arsenal bottle, blah, blah, blah. Here we go.
What are you talking about, bro? You're in the league.
No, I know. I'm just like, I just
What do you mean everything you're seeing right now?
Bro.
Are you just being hyperbolic to try to...
Julian, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again. You don't go on Twitter, apparently.
Everybody. I do.
No, okay. Well, everyone besides the Everton fans who are pretty classy, actually. Shout out Everton.
So who isn't
the
classy?
best side of Merseyside?
So who isn't classy?
The Liverpool fans, that's for sure. But
when are they? When
oh
are
my
they,
God,
when are they classy?
I can anyway. We don't have to get into this debate. All I'm saying is that I'm happy that we're top of the league. Okay. However, there's some doubts from outside perspectives, and I can't say that those doubts are ill-intended because there's factual evidence from the last seasons from the core of this team that have said that they will crumble. However, our depth is a lot better now. There's a lot more experience in this team. We can do it, but it's scary.
You can, absolutely. You can. Let's talk about the Everton game just a little bit more because I want to talk about your struggles a little bit from open play scoring. I think that was a little bit on display.
I think this game is not the game to look at to talk about our open play.
Fair.
Our open play
you were
struggles.
better in the second half.
Because we hit the post twice.
True.
I think we were more expansive in the second half. I don't know if Martin Odegaard has a place in this Arsenal team anymore.
We've been on that page for about a year.
No, but
welcome to the club.
But again, you guys are just talk about hyperbolic, talk about trying to rage bait. That's all you guys do. But Martin Odegaard carried this team earlier in their development to where they've gone now. He was in the I can see him in that yellow kit 2022, scoring goals, scoring bangers, being one of the best 10s, fighting with Bruno for like who is the best 10 in the league. It was him and Bruno and KDB. It was.
Big throwback.
Anyway, now, while he's still a good player, I don't see his decisiveness. I don't see the sharpness in his game. I don't know if it's the injuries he's picked up. I don't know if it's the lack of game fitness that he's had because he's been so hurt.
Yeah.
It's not the same guy we've seen, and it's not what this Arsenal team needs. He's slow, he's methodical, which can be good at times. But City right now, do you want to know why they score so many goals? They're direct and they're fast. They play fast. They don't just go on the wing, cut back, wait for the perfect cross. They'll do that. But what their bread and butter is getting into the opponent half, feeding Haaland as fast as they can, working quickly to make the defense make quick decisions, which maybe is why in the West Ham game, they're so all over the place because they're playing so quick. They don't have time to react. Arsenal have a struggle playing quickly. Despite Saka being a quick-minded player, Martinelli having speed, Gyökeres is supposed to be, getting in behind, doing all these things. There's a lack of speed and fluidity in the Arsenal attack right now, and I think Martin Odegaard dulls that down even more. I think Eze is the way to go forward. I think Martin Odegaard still can contribute to this team off of the bench,
Fair.
But I think it's Eze going forward from now on.
Yeah, I agree with you. From the start of the season, I've agreed with you on that notion. He's always been a confidence player, Odegaard.
Yeah.
So when we were having the debate between him and Bruno, like there's almost this intangible thing of like when you're challenging for a title, you can't have too many on their day players.
That's fair.
You know?
That's fair.
Like you think of City, like how many on their day players did they have when they won 4 league titles in a row?
None.
They had like maybe 1 or 2
Jack Grealish.
that they could carry.
Yeah.
Maybe like you can argue Phil Foden wasn't on his day player. He
not
just had
back
months
then.
and months and months of his day.
Yeah.
But like Martin Odegaard being your captain as well, like he's such a confidence player where there were so many big moments where he was a ghost. There's no other way to say it. He was completely missing. He was not having the same creativity, not looking for the pass as much, being a little bit more shy on the ball. He just looked okay with not getting on the ball. And I've like for how up and down Bruno's career at United has been, he has never ever played a game where I have watched him and gone, he shied away from the ball today.
Yeah.
Sometimes to a detriment, to be fair. But oftentimes it is, a savior to us.
Yeah.
And Martin Odegaard has never had that quality, that confidence to be a kind of carrier of a team like some other players on your team, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I agree with you. Maybe him and Eze should rotate. You're obviously the expert on this.
Yeah, I am just happy going into the transfer window period that this is the first time I'm not like, we need this. We need to go out and get this guy.
True.
We need to go and we could do nothing and I'd be fine.
If there is a position for you to strengthen Arsenal, what kind of player are you going for?
It's still the left wing, I suppose. It's like a Yildiz who we've been linked with for a while.
He's not leaving, brother. I'm sorry.
Okay. You asked me, is there a position and a player? And I've said we've been linked with him, but you still had to correct me. Fuck you, first of all.
Let's go realistic. Maybe a Semenyo.
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe? He's one of the best players in the league this season.
But I've not seen a single link.
And you can get him for 60 million.
I've seen City and Liverpool. I haven't seen us linked with him. If we were linked with him, I would have seen it. But you like to always think you know more than me when it comes to these things.
Just because I asked who you are. I'm like...
you asked who I said, and I said.
If there were links starting tomorrow and you did eventually sign Antoine Semenyo, would you or would you not be happy with that signing as an Arsenal fan?
I don't think I'd be that unpleased. But I also think...
Wait, I'm trying to decode what you mean by that. You wouldn't be... so you would be pleased?
I'd be slightly pleased.
Okay.
I also don't think a year and a half of Semenyo, of him being really, really good, especially this season, is that much to warrant 60 million when would his impact above a Martinelli and a off-the-bench Trossard be that different? I'm not sure.
I think, bro, he fits your window. 60 million, I think, is a bargain for him. I think you'd get him under value, and I think he's that extra firepower that you need.
Maybe.
Sure, maybe in 3 years he won't be of absolute use to you, but you need to take your opportunity now.
I think
again, if you sign
the squad we have, I think is more than good enough to win a league and a Champions League.
No,
just going through each player, we pretty much have the best in the world at most positions, at least in conversation, to be the best in the world or the best in the position in the league, at least.
Sure.
So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, but
fair. Again, you don't absolutely need anybody. I don't think City really need anybody either, unless they want to shore up the defense, maybe. But
yeah.
Fair. I think they just need Rodri back more than anything. Anyways, let's go to Liverpool Tottenham. That was kind of the biggest fixture of the weekend that we haven't touched on yet.
Yeah.
A lot to talk about from this game. Overall impressions of Liverpool's performance, and how much fun did you have watching it?
I had a lot of fun in the last 20 minutes, that's for sure.
No.
Liverpool looked good, but considering the red card, which we've seen this Premier League season, does not always mean a team should dominate. But considering the red card, considering Tottenham's abysmal home form, which is their own problem, I feel like they could have looked better. And I know there was an injury, and I know that they still scored 2 goals, so there's not really much to complain about. But there's an essence of fraudulency in the Liverpool side. And
I'm gotta disagree with you on that.
No, but I accented it the second their performances kept happening this way. And they're different from what Arsenal's doing right now. Arsenal, especially in that Everton game specifically, were never looking like they were going to concede. Never.
No, yeah,
Never.
you're right.
Liverpool at the start of the season looked like they could give up probably 4 or 5. They just somehow didn't, and they would score a free kick from Shabazz.
True.
So I think that they're just not confident in themselves right now. They're not. Wirtz getting an assist is good for him. It's bad for everyone else who's not a Liverpool fan. But it's good for him, and he was one of the best players on the pitch. And he's finally getting a goal contribution to shut up the rival fans. And if he continues this, especially with Isak being out, he's got to really step it up. I don't know. Maybe there's a player that can start to shave off the fraudulent allegations, specifically considering him.
So Liverpool's obviously, like, their problem was, I think, in attack, they really struggled. They really struggled the last couple of weeks. And that wasn't enough anymore to cover up their defensive frailties, right? It's always that balance that we're talking about with these teams. In the last couple of games, they've been trying like this different setup when they have the ball, where it's almost set up like a 4-2-4.
Yeah.
With, I guess the dream would have been like Isak, Ekitike up top, maybe was it Wirtz and Salah on either wing.
Yeah.
But like we were having the conversation of like Salah being away from AFCON could actually be a good thing, because now it's less cooks and you have more people to kind of experiment this with without that pressure of you need to play the superstar, you need to fit him in some way. But now with Isak being injured, it's going to be very, very weird how this kind of lines up. But I still like to see it a lot. Ekitike, can we talk about him for a little bit? Because these last couple of weeks, Ekitike is a superstar. He is, bro. Do you not see?
Bro,
he
went like 10 games without scoring, bro. Like,
because he's playing consistently and he got injured, bro.
No, see, but like, I want you to get your piece out, but I just can't. You're so selective. You're so selective with who you like to glaze. Both of you. And I know Antoine's not here, so I'm pointing at no one. But the selective glazing is so infuriating.
You don't see the hype around
I see
Ekitike?
a great player in Hugo Ekitike.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Calling him a superstar right now? Come on.
He has shades of it like he can be.
Okay.
Bro, take it in. They signed the guy that we were calling at one point the best striker in the Premier League. And he said, go to the bench and fucking sit there. I'm taking your spot.
Yeah.
He looked at Isak and stole his spot. He's doing to Isak what we all predicted would happen to him.
Yeah, but also Isak's done nothing. He didn't really have to tell Isak to go sit on the bench, because Isak's been placing himself on the bench with his performances.
Because Isak couldn't be playing consistently in this Liverpool side, because guess why? Ekitike has been freaking killing it.
He's been very good.
He has been really good.
He's been very good.
bro, he's getting every header. He looks incredible in the air. His link-up play looks on another planet, and his finishing has been different this season. And if you're not seeing that, I don't know. I don't know what you're seeing,
I am
bro.
seeing that. I'm just saying, from December 3rd to November to October 25th, a whole lot of zeros in this. He went a month and a half with not a single goal, and now he's on form, and we want to glaze the fuck out of him again? That's fine.
Brother,
No,
the
that's
whole
fine.
fucking team looked shit.
That's fine.
And they were rotating.
But okay, so when someone's shit and the whole team's shit, that doesn't mean they can't be shit. This is the exact same thing you've done with Wirtz the whole time. When they're playing bad, you have to be able to accept that. You have to be able to look at them, say that they've been playing bad, and go, okay, but because it's not an Arsenal player, or because it's not a City player, and because Liverpool are already bad, you can't just dismiss it. He was bad for a month and a half, and the last 3 weeks, he's been great. But to call him a superstar, no, superstars are not this inconsistent. Superstars do not go from October 25th to literally December the 6th. Of not scoring a league goal for your club. Or no, just not scoring a goal for your club. You had a goal against the Ukraine. Wow, big whoop. No, man. I'm not having this debate. We're not doing this, man. We're not doing this.
What, brother? He played 90 minutes in the loss against Brentford. Fair.
Okay.
And then he played 77 minutes against Aston Villa, where Liverpool played horribly.
Right, so he started.
Yes. And then he played against Real Madrid when they won.
Okay, so...
And then they got crushed by Man City. He got hooked early in that one.
Okay, great. What happened in Nottingham Forest? Came off the bench, okay. Okay, they lost to PSV. Okay, he also didn't score. And then...
Yes. I don't know what. And then he came off the bench against West Ham. And then he came off the bench against Sunderland. And then he grabbed the brace against Leeds United when he started again. And then he played well against Inter. And then he grabbed another brace against Brighton.
But
because are you watching these games? Are you actually watching him play?
I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. But you pick and choose. You pick and choose.
No, you're not. We're not picking and choosing.
Yes, you are.
No, we're not.
You're just missing the right. He got hooked early, but he was fucking bad. That's why he got hooked early. But you're saying that no, but it's okay. He got hooked early. That's why he didn't score. You're picking and choosing what to make and what to make good about him, what to make bad. Yes, that's what it seems like.
Bro, to go 4 or 5 games as a striker not scoring, that's something that happens.
Yeah.
I know. That happens.
I know. I know it does. I know it does.
But scoring 6 goals in 3 games is not normal.
Well, yeah,
it's not
and
something
he's in a
that
great
just
run of form,
happens.
and he's been playing fantastic. I'm not saying he hasn't.
He's been playing fantastic, bro. He has 8 goals and 1 assist in 11 starts.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so happy for him. That's fantastic.
That is great.
Call
it great.
Yeah, I just fucking did for half of this thing. I just don't think he's this superstar you want to talk about.
So what's your problem?
And I don't think Wirtz is this superstar you want to talk about. But all I keep hearing from both of you guys is that Wirtz is so amazing and Ekitike is so amazing. But why the fuck are they 7th then? Or 9th? Why the fuck are they so bad?
We've talked about it at length why they're so bad.
No, but there's so much slack.
And I've told you, but since this systematical change from Arne Slot, since the Leeds game, or since the Inter game, they have looked better.
Okay, great.
And in that new system, Wirtz and Ekitike, both of them have looked much better. And that's the point I'm trying to make here.
Okay, so let's see it continue. Let's see if Wirtz actually contribute with goals and assists like an attacking player should.
Let's see that happen.
And I think he did it today. And he did it, yesterday.
And I think we will see it.
Okay, great. Yes. I personally don't. I don't think we will. I don't think we will.
You don't think we will? Why?
From Wirtz, I don't think so.
Why?
I think Wirtz is...
So in the last 3 games, what have you seen from Liverpool that suggests that they're not in a good run of form right now?
Okay, so first of all, not at all what I just said. I said I don't think I will see the continuous goals and assists coming from Wirtz. That's what I said. You're paying a whole different conversation.
Okay, we're talking about the attack in general.
The attack in general, I think, is in a decent spot. However, you just lost your 150 flop of a striker who still occupies a spot, so you have to play him. Great. You don't have your legend in Mo Salah. Fantastic. Slot clearly doesn't trust Chiesa to play a full 90 minutes, so who's going to play on the right instead?
Szoboszlai.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. A central midfielder playing on the right mid. That sounds like a really good solution, Julian.
He's been doing all right there.
Right. And of course, you're going to give him credit because he's been doing all right. The fact that even though they're
I'm telling you, he's been doing all right.
even though
Individually,
like our boy who dances after every week that United are above Liverpool, rip to him. He's not dead. He just can't do the thing anymore because Liverpool went above United. But
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I don't know what it is with you guys, and like I feel like we don't get real criticism on individual players from these teams. Like, it just frustrates me. Like, with Van Dijk, yeah, we'll laugh at it because it's funny, but like, you want to give the new guys so much credit and so much time when I don't think they always deserve that. Like, they just don't. In this game, they do. In the last couple of games, they do. But Florian Wirtz going almost 20 games without a goal is not okay. Is not okay in any circumstance. It's just not.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Right. But you talked about it and you're like, well, let's dismiss it. No, he got his assist in this game. That's great. When is he going to carry the team with not just dribbling through a couple players and getting a corner? You know, he used to do that, Nicolas Pepe. You know, he used to do that, Anthony at times. You know, he used to do that, Jadon Sancho. But they didn't get applauded because they created chances that led to absolutely nothing. No, it's true though.
Okay.
It's true. If he costs that much money, why is he not carrying them every game to actually win, to actually get points? Why is he not doing that, Julian?
Bro, I'm trying to
And why are you just letting him get off?
trying to have a constructive conversation about what we can expect in the next couple of weeks from Liverpool. And in that point, I'm also bringing up the system change that happened a couple of weeks ago against Inter, and that we saw against Brighton when Ekitike looked even better than he did in this game. And in that time too, Wirtz has looked much better beyond just the GA of this game.
I agree. Yes. I said that to you. I agree.
So let's just have a conversation about, let's see their next couple of fixtures. What do we expect from Liverpool in their next couple of games?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. What's their next fixture? Hold on.
Okay, well, they're fucking Wolves.
Okay, so that's a win.
Well, I hope Wirtz gets his first goal. Like, genuinely.
So their next 4 games
Leeds, Wolves, fuck me, bro.
is Wolves at home, Leeds at home, Fulham away, and Arsenal away.
Oh no.
Why are you scared? I thought they're doing
because
some
we
shit,
have
Blake.
bogey teams.
I thought they're so shit, Blake,
So no.
and you find out they're coming to the Emirates and you go, oh shit.
Yeah, because it's scary, bro. Playing Liverpool, it doesn't even matter who they have. It's still scary.
And after that, they play Burnley.
So my thing is, this is the last thing I'll say on the topic, okay? I think Ekitike will actually do what I just talked about. What you just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I think the superstar just got me mad because we don't call Saka a baller and we call Cherky this fucking second coming of Ronaldinho.
Because he is.
Right, yeah, of course. But I think you guys love to just go a little. You just love to give credit when it's not always due. With Ekitike, I think at the beginning of the season, you slashed the last month and a half to the rest of the season that he's had before that. Fantastic. He's been fantastic. Wirtz, however, if you're not seriously looking at me, and I don't give a shit about the performances right now, because Salah's gone for a month.
Okay.
Isak's gone for potentially the rest of the season. You need someone to bag goals.
So let's see it.
And I don't think he'll get there.
Okay.
I don't think he is. I think whatever he is fighting right now, his product in front of goal is not good. And you're laughing and you're smiling. But why hasn't he done it then, Julian? So why hasn't he done it? What's your excuse for an Odegaard then? Who maybe probably has the same amount of goal contributions as him. And Arsenal are the better team, but technically, in a backwards way, you could say that he's affected winning more because his team is better. I can say these exact same things.
I'm not laughing
because you're making
I'm not laughing because you're making a bad point, Blake. I see a world where Florian Wirtz hits a decent run of form, an okay run of form, has let's say 10 GA by middle of March, and Blake comes on the pod going you know what? He's been good. But as a 150 million pound signing, you can't go 19 games before getting your first goal and assist.
But you can't. You fucking cannot.
I know.
Oh my God.
But Blake.
But so then
this
why?
This is what I'm saying.
God, I'm gonna crash out.
But Blake, do you look at me? Look at me. That's the same as LeBron James becoming the highest scoring player in NBA history and Skip Bayless bringing up 2011.
We're comparing
because
LeBron
that's the
to
same
Wirtz.
thing.
What is happening, bro?
No, I'm
This
talking
guy
about
was paid to-
psychological inconsistencies.
Oh my God,
Logical
bro. What are you
inconsistencies.
He was paid to come in
I'm
and
Blake.
be the best player
What
in
I'm
this
telling
team.
you, Blake, is that at some point we're gonna reach a point in conversation where we're talking about recent form and not old form, and you got to move on from the old form.
I mean, sure, but in the context of an entire season, considering where Liverpool are, I don't have to. If we're talking about his form right now, yeah. Like, you could argue that Wirtz has already been a disappointment despite what he does for the rest of the season, because unless they win the league or unless they win the Champions League, what really did he add to a team that was already really good last time around?
Well, it's not. It's.
What can you argue? He hasn't. He hasn't.
No, because he hasn't. He hasn't, and we've talked about that at length. But what we're talking about specifically, what he can bring in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
It's been destructive at Liverpool for months now. But what I wanted to talk about was what their next couple of games, next couple of weeks, what their final league position will be with how different they've looked since the Inter game.
Okay.
They've looked different, and I think off of that conversation, you could say, let's see a little bit of a run here from Liverpool. And we're going to review it every single week on this podcast.
Sure.
And if if they don't go on a good run, you'll be right. If they do go on a good run, I'll be right.
Fairs.
Either way, we'll have Antoine defending Wirtz. I'm not trying to just be the Wirtz defender.
Okay.
I totally agree with you.
Okay.
He should be doing better.
Okay.
He's been like one of the main points, but I think especially in the last couple of games, we've kind of seen a glimpse of what Liverpool will be for the next couple of years with that Isak Wirtz core.
Okay.
That post-Salah era.
Okay.
Like, that's it.
Sure.
Will it be with Arne Slot? Who freaking knows? But yeah, we just have to see how they kick on now. Like, they need to kick on now.
Yeah.
They need to. What this conversation started as for me was, I think these next couple of weeks we're going to see a great run from Hugo Ekitike. And I think your take about him being a disappointment for 6 weeks will become increasingly more irrelevant because the whole team was shit at that point.
But it's like irrelevant. Like, but he was bad, or he didn't do what a striker's supposed to do. That doesn't mean he's not gonna do it next time. I'm just pointing out the fact he was bad. But anyway, we should go to Spurs for like 4 seconds because there really isn't much to say about them. Like, there really isn't. It's the exact same thing we've been saying the entire season.
Oh, they're dreadful.
They're awful. Like, they have no one. Like, they literally have no one. You can go through that squad top to bottom. World class is nowhere near that team.
Hasn't been in a while. But
It
yeah.
hasn't, no. But I mean, some world class players can clearly win the Europa League, and maybe they did without that. So, whatever.
What?
I was making fun of you guys for losing to a world classless Tottenham team.
Or world classless as well. So
No, Bruno's world class.
fair. I'll take that.
Bruno's world class when he's not being a whining baby, which he hasn't been the last couple of weeks. Yeah, Tottenham, like, there's no, I don't think there's any real plan for Tommy Frank, and I don't think that's his fault. I think that we've said on the podcast, he was given a terrible situation, a completely flipped system from what Ange used to run. And it's just a whole lot of, like, vibes is what it seems like. And the vibes are not good ones to run off of.
Yeah.
I don't know where they go.
The last 2 years has been so bleak at Tottenham outside of like 2 weeks of celebration from the Europa League. And of course, that's a high.
Matters,
like,
yeah.
Of course, when a mid-table club wins a trophy, like that's massive news to them. So that's great. But outside of that, like what have they had as like a plus?
Nothing, bro.
Just in general, in everything. They're probably like, God, if I was a fan of them, I would I'd be soulless
like,
at the
and
moment.
you want to talk about recruitment? Xavi Simons looks terrible. Like, that's an objective truth.
Yeah, that is an objective truth.
Like, there's probably a player in there, but the Premier League is hard to adapt to. We know that, and he looks like he's really feeling that adaptation right now. Romero, what is going on? What are you doing? Like, I get it. The red card for Xavi Simons, unfortunate, but also really dumb. Why are you snapping someone's Achilles like that? Like, don't snap on their Achilles. Romero, having played in the Prem for 3-4 seasons now, knowing the position that you're in, you just scored. No, I guess they scored with 2 red cards. Did they score with 2 red cards?
No, they scored with 1.
They scored.
So Romero pulled off one of the most boneheaded moves I've ever seen in football. He is so, oh God, he's such a tool. Like,
He's
he
an idiot.
is so stupid. You're 2-0 down, right? All scrambles in the box. Liverpool has a defensive woe, we can call it, where it scrambles around in the box and everybody's swinging their leg at it. Nobody gets to it. Falls to Richarlison. He scores. Loki should have got a red card for grabbing the back of Ekitike's neck, but
I don't think so.
that's whatever.
That happens all the time.
Grabbing the back of someone's neck happens
like,
all the time.
Oh my God, I don't even want to get into it. Like, it just happens, bro.
That I've never seen.
Well,
I don't know what kind of WWE you're watching.
I've
never seen someone
players
laying on the
stamp
floor,
on
somebody
other
holding
players
like
as they
this.
walk away. I've seen players like
and that's been a red card every single time.
No,
in the
it
VAR
has
era.
not. No,
In
it
the
has
VAR
not.
era.
No, it has not. I've seen players throw balls to the back of other people's heads. Nothing happens.
But that's different, Blake. When
Still an offense, though. No, but right.
Blake,
But no, you won't acknowledge that.
Blake,
But
Blake, what are you arguing
I'm just
about
saying,
right
bro.
now?
There's things that
Blake,
happen like that
the
that get
rule
missed
book
all the
of
time.
the Premier League
and
says
they get missed all the time.
if somebody grabs somebody else by the neck, it should be an automatic red card.
Okay, I don't want to get into
And-
it. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
And
you're
you're telling me
right.
it shouldn't be
No,
that
you're
way?
right. You're right. It should be red. It should be red. Sure. You're right. You're right. Because these little things don't get missed all the time. And it was a blatant grab of the neck, not the grab of a back of a head while he's trying to get out of the goal. We're just going to completely disregard context, right? Yeah. He grabbed his neck facing forward, choked him, stared in his eyes, then threw him away. That's
So what was
happened,
Richarlison
right?
trying to do there?
I'm not saying he wasn't trying to do anything. You're just completely disregarding any context. They both were in the goal. He tried to get up, almost pushed his head down rather than grabbed his neck. Let's call what the actual play was. It wasn't like he choked him, wanted to bring him up and shove his knee in his dick. No. He pushed his head down while he was trying to get out of the goal. It probably should have been an offense, yeah. But these things, especially with Richarlison, happen all the time.
Yeah.
And then
That has been missed before, but that shouldn't be a reason why it gets missed again.
well, talk to PGMOL. That's all I'll say.
Fuck PGMOL, man. Fuck PGMOL.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, continuing your Romero point, you've been in the league for 4 years. You're in a position to get a result out of this game where there's been no lick of a chance for you, but you've found a way to score a goal in the 83rd minute. And what do? You bitch, you whine, and complain, and you get yourself sent off, completely eliminating any chance for a comeback. And that's just Spurs in a nutshell. It just is. It's their mentality is
So
weak.
stupid,
Their
bro.
players are
Oh my
whiny.
God.
Instead of trying, focusing on the game, what does Romero do? He whines to the ref.
Yeah, and he keeps going, and he keeps going, and he keeps going again. He's just begging for a second yellow.
I don't know, man.
How do you get rage baited by Ibrahim Konate, bro? Oh my God.
They're a dumpster fire. They're garbage. They are scumbags, and
And we love it.
we do. A draw would have been fun, though, for the narrative in this game.
Yeah. Is there any other big Premier League games to talk about here? Because there is one more story that I do low-key want to bring up as well.
I think go with the story.
Okay. Did you see the manager that Crystal Palace is linked to?
What? No.
So apparently there were some news that Oliver Glasner may leave Crystal Palace at the end of the season, or doesn't want to renew his contract. So they were linked to the Getafe manager. Do you know what Getafe is known for?
No.
Jose Bordalas.
Okay.
So Crystal Palace are linked to Getafe manager Jose Bordalas.
Okay.
He is known as like the king of Harambol.
Oh.
The king of Harambol.
Oh.
Getafe are like known in La Liga as playing the worst brand of football, the worst, like
Yikes.
the sorest on the eyes style of play that
Yeah.
you will ever watch. And like he is feared by even the biggest teams because they know that they're just gonna have such a headache playing Getafe because they're going to offer absolutely nothing going forward, holding on for a 0-0, trying to rage bait, like playing the worst style of football in all of Europe, pretty much. Crystal Palace, with rumors that Oliver Glasner might be leaving or not be renewing his contract, they're now linked to Jose Bordalas. And I don't understand that. I'm a little bit scared of that as a Premier League fan because I don't want to see this horrible football come into the league. But it's also such a difference from Oliver Glasner ball. I'm kind of struggling to believe it. But yeah, Jose Bordalas, like kind of renowned as like a good young manager in Europe, but also plays horrendous
61, by the way.
Okay, maybe not that young. He looks kind of young.
He does look young.
He looks. Like
He really does look young. He could be 40, and I would not know. He's 61. Anyway,
unproven manager in Europe, I should say, but known for like some of the worst football in Europe. If he comes to England, it's cooked, dude. It's cooked.
Well,
anyways, I kind of choked that, but
no, that was good. I had no idea that was a thing.
There you go.
I even looked him up on Google, and he also is Getafe and Crystal Palace.
There you go.
So he's definitely linked.
Okay, let's move on now to, I guess, La Liga. We're talking about it a little bit.
Yeah,
let's just quickly go over Madrid and Barcelona. I'll start with Barcelona. They grabbed a little 2-0 win today. It was Rafinha from the penalty spot grabbing the opening goal, and then it was Lamine Yamal grabbing the second one. They were a little bit fortunate against Villarreal. Villarreal were coming into this game, I believe, in third place. Like, we were having conversations of, like, Villarreal could take second because they have a couple of games in hand against Real Madrid. So if they get a result against Barcelona, they could really push up to the table. And then Barcelona and Real Madrid having their own issues. You were like, our Canadian boys on Villarreal could kind of take something out of this. But it wasn't to be. Today as well, Atletico Madrid won 3-0 and overtook them in the table. But I have to say, like, if you're a Villarreal fan coming out this game, you're like a little bit disappointed that you didn't grab something more against Barcelona, especially in the first half. They had a lot of chances. They scored, but it was ruled offside. And then I think it was Renato Vega that got sent off at like the 40th minute or something. And then from there, it was just kind of Barcelona domination, to be honest with you.
Fair.
Still some defensive like frailties. Like there's always going to be like that moment off the counter that you get. Nicolas Pepe arguably could have grabbed a goal, but it was not to be. And Barcelona win 2-0 in a very, very fortunate game, you would say. Also fortunate was Real Madrid, who won 2-0 against Sevilla. There's a big story coming out of this one, though, Blake.
Yeah, you can probably guess who it involves, Vinicius Jr. So
King of drama.
Yeah. Real Madrid did win, which is good for their sort of title charge. I mean, they're still in it, but, you know, Barca do look like the team that's going to run away with it. But Vinicius Jr., we know that there's a lot of, controversy? Or like just drama with him, the club, the fans, whatever. What happened in this game, he got taken off in the 83rd minute, I believe.
He got booed off.
That's probably the better way to put it. After that, he goes on his Instagram, changes his profile picture to not Real Madrid, to Brazil, and posts an Instagram like carousel reel or carousel post saying ... as the caption. Dude, you are not 14 wanting your girlfriend to text you back. You're a professional football player and you're acting like a teenager. What is happening? What is happening? Bro. Why is he continuously like this? And why do Real Madrid put up with it?
That's such a vibe kill as well. Bro, home game, you win pretty dominantly against an okay La Liga side. It's a crucial win. It's exactly what you need while you're out of form. And even while vibes are high, there just has to be something, some little bit of drama. There just can't be... There can't be a good day in Madrid. There just has to be something that grabs the headlines. Now there'll be more conversations about Vinicius Jr. Will he renew his contract? Will he not? What does this mean with his relationship around Xabi Alonso? And this makes Madrid worse. I don't want the blame on Xabi Alonso the next time Real Madrid don't get a result.
Yeah.
I want this to be remembered. I want the atmosphere of the dressing room to be remembered because this is the stuff that is happening even when Madrid are winning.
Yeah.
It is petulance. It is player power. And as a Man United fan, I see this all the time. It is such a toxicity and it rips you apart from the inside. And it's going to cost them.
Well, 100%. And it carries over to the rest of the team. The first two, obviously crazy light comments are Kylian Mbappe on his post commenting hearts and Jude Bellingham saying my 7 in the comments. So it's almost like they're like, oh, Vinny, like, don't be mad. We still love you. Like, they're all involved in it. It's the Real Madrid way, the Galacticos. Like, everyone has their own ego. It's so awful. It's so ugly. It's so bad. Like, I saw them post those, like, I saw the drama, and I saw that Mbappe and Bellingham, respectively, each commented on his post. And it's like, what are you gaining out of that? Mm-hmm. Are you trying to, like, make him feel better for what? Because he's a petulant asshole? Because he thinks he's bigger than the club? Like, I don't get it. I don't get why they give in to this behavior. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know.
It's stupid.
Anyway.
They're so stupid.
Like, it's so weird, man. Like, for the Prem where these things probably, if any sort of petulancy in this capacity happens, we know about it instantly, and it's immediately like Garnacho scapegoated from the United squad, like that kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. The fact that this is continuously happening in the biggest club in the world, and there's no repercussions really. Like, I feel like he probably can't get dropped. Like, what would happen if Xabi Alonso like left him out of the squad? Do you think?
It's
like they're like
the whole team explodes.
That's what I mean. Like it's such a backwards mentality that's in this Madrid team.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I don't know what is going to change for them, because if it stays like this, they're not catching Barcelona. They're not winning the Champions League, and it's another disappointing season with a front two, let alone three, a front two of Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. with the best number 10. Whatever, number 8 behind them, and Jude Bellingham. Like, it's ridiculous.
It is. Yeah, I got nothing else to add, dude. I think you nailed it on the head there.
Fair.
I just see so many bad signs out of the team that I support, and yeah, this doesn't end well. One of my bold predictions was Vinny leaves Real Madrid, like for 2026. That Vinny leaves Madrid. I can't see him joining another team. Like I can't picture who that.
Like,
team
imagine
is.
Vinny in the Prem. Ugh. Oh my God.
Yeah, no. God, that'd be such a trap United would fall for.
No, but if you had the chance, to get Vinny, you'd have to get him.
No, I
play him at the left 10.
Bro, we would totally fall for that as well. My God.
Arsenal and Vinny. No, I'd hate it. It doesn't make any sense.
Man City?
He probably fits City more than anyone. If anyone's gonna tell him to shut up, it's Pep.
Yeah. It's not impossible he joins Arsenal. I don't know. Or Spurs going.
Yeah.
Or it's like, I don't know, maybe Bayern.
Because I mean, like,
because he'd start week in, week out, maybe. Yeah. Or Luis Diaz. I mean, Luis Diaz. I mean, you would have to kick out either Luis Diaz doesn't start or Leonard Carl doesn't start, and both of those seem impossible at the moment. I know, because they're both doing so well.
I don't know, and obviously Vinny's talented, but he just comes with so much baggage.
He does, and I hate players like that.
I know.
Anyways. Elsewhere in the footballing world, Bayern won 4-0 today. Like, again, they're continuing to be dominant. There was a big result today in Serie A. Any guess to who it is?
Napoli, Juve.
Nope.
Okay.
Any second guesses?
The Milan Derby.
Nope.
Okay.
Fiorentina.
Okay.
Do you know any of the lore around Fiorentina this season?
Should I?
They're 20th in Serie A.
What? Wait, what?
They had the worst start to a...
They're 20th in Serie A?
They had the worst start to a Serie A season in last week they were talking about Fiorentina's gonna get relegated because they had 6 points after 15 games, Blake, and no Serie A side had ever had that many points and not been relegated. But they won 5-1 today.
Oh, against who? Oh, Udinese.
Yeah. And again, this is massive. It's their first win of the season. They can put their heads up now, and their next game is against Parma, who's in 16th themselves. So Fiorentina kind of starting to get it back together, maybe. On the other hand, you could say Udinese were down to 10 man after 8 minutes. But
hey, you can only beat what's in front of you. So
yeah, I don't know. I see players on this team that I recognize. They have David Hay in net, Moise Keane up top, Cher Endur, Nicolo Fagioli in midfield. Like there are players here that I recognize.
You said that, weren't you?
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Dodo at right wing back. Like players Dodo, here that I recognize, like, bro.
I know. I feel bad for David, bro. Don't let David get relegated, bro.
No. I hope not. I hope not. So yeah, like I think this is like a return to the mean for Fiorentina. It's a massive result, by the way.
Why should I know that?
He's been like a kind of like a youngster going around last couple of weeks. Maybe I just know him from Football Manager. Anyways, Newcastle Chelsea we didn't touch on.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, Chelsea look fucking. They look dreadful in the first half. Kind of picked it up in the second half. I'm telling you, bro. 12:30 kickoff.
It's always good.
It's tough.
Yeah, man. How is that not a pen? Like words don't describe the anger I would feel.
I don't think I've actually seen it.
Who is it? Tossin, I think it was.
Okay.
Or maybe it was Chalobah. I don't know.
Okay.
They're down 2-1 at this point, Chelsea are. He absolutely just body slams the Newcastle player into the end boards, in the box. Ref says nothing. VAR says nothing. Go on. Obviously, Chelsea go on and tie the game. But that is called a penalty. The game's over. It's 3-1.
Gotcha.
And because of VAR continuously failing, and there's been a lot of instances in this week alone. Some say the Arsenal game, Everton should have got a penalty when Saliba kicked one of the Everton players in the back. This game against Chelsea, where Newcastle should have had a stonewall penalty. He fully shoulder barged him in the box. Nothing happened. And like, again, we call for consistency. We call for any sort of letter of the law that's set in stone that we can go back to really concisely find what a penalty is and what it isn't. And it's hard to get there. And especially with the people in charge, doesn't seem like it'll ever happen. So this is going to continue to be a reality for Premier League fans. Simple as that.
Fair enough.
But Newcastle still are on the up, and Chelsea, you're still
St. James is still a tough place to go. That's never going to change, especially like 12:30 kickoff. Like it's always going to be tough.
Fair.
There were some conversations about Enzo Maresca this week, about potentially him being upset with the Chelsea board, and kind of conversations that if Pep were to leave City after this year or not renew his contract, Enzo Maresca would be a potential replacement.
Hey, Pep, Maresca can go to City. That totally sounds good.
You know who didn't look great this game?
Who?
Cole Palmer.
I mean, Paul Palmer has not looked good for a while.
Well, he's also only came back a couple weeks ago. But yeah, hey, it's the 79th minute. You need a goal, and you're bringing off Cole Palmer. Yeah. I think that's kind of like the signal they didn't have the best game.
I meant Paul Palmer has not been good since like even before the injury. Like remember all of last season after January? He didn't score for like 4 months.
I don't know. I thought he was okay, but
what?
Fair.
What are you talking about? He went like years without scoring. It seemed like he went like 4 months. You don't remember that?
That's true. That is true.
But
then he kind of had a good start or good end to the season. Club World Cup, he went crazy. Shot out the Ballon d'Or rankings. He was good.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was good, and then started this season well as well, and then just fucking.
That was to be fair. That was the end of or like to be the middle of last season.
Yeah.
To like the end, so that's fair.
Yeah. Again, I don't know what to make of like the quote unquote like title race, Champions League picture, whatever it is right now. But yeah, you also had another complaint about Leeds. They look really good at Ellen Road.
I just don't understand why FPL is even a game.
Do you have Chris Richards as well?
No, I didn't. Thank God.
Do you have Gahey?
No.
Oh, you didn't have any Palace.
No, I do.
Oh yeah, Dean Henderson.
I do.
Weird one, that.
I know it is. I've never had Raya the entire year, and I know everyone does it. I know he got 6 million. I just can't do it. I can't stomach it.
Well, I got him for 5.5. So
See, that's good. That's great. I can't stomach it right now. I probably should, but I can't do it.
yeah, I don't know. Double Arsenal defense is like kind of shaky. I don't know.
I honestly thought we could see it this week. I thought we went 2-1, but
Anyways, Juventus won 2-1 against Roma as well, as we kind of touched on.
Yildiz, come to Arsenal.
Leverkusen won 3-1 against Leipzig. That's big for the top of the Bundesliga table. And Benfica won.
And TFC signed Walker Zimmerman. If you know, you know.
Who is Walker Zimmerman?
He's like one of the better defenders of the MLS 2010s, I would say, like late 2010s and 2020.
How old is this man?
He's getting up there now. He's like 33. So not the Walker Zimmerman that we used to know, but he's like played for Nashville, like was really good for Nashville when they first came in. One of the genuinely like best defenders in that MLS era 5-6 years ago. Now is solid, maybe, but anyway.
Speaking of defenders getting up there, see Thiago Silva joining Porto.
Yeah, that's cool. Good for him.
Don't know what to think of that at all.
So, do they need a?
I mean, they're top of the Portuguese league. They look decent so far. They're on a
fair.
good run of form. I don't really think they'd really like. They're not that desperate for like a center back.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fair
play. You know they have Jan Bednarek and Jakub Kivior. Little Polish connection.
Is that their 1-2 right now?
Yeah.
That's good, man. I love Kivior, man. He was such a big servant for the club.
Was he?
Bro, yeah.
I'm kidding.
He was starting the Real Madrid games.
I'm kidding.
Such a rage baiter, bro. I don't even understand why I do this, man. Sorry my team's good. I actually care about them. Frick off.
Are you saying I don't care about mine?
You really don't at times.
No, I've just
No,
emotionally disattached, just like you were doing this time
But
last
that's
season
my
when the league
point.
was out of sight. Like you do this as well. I remember when Liverpool were top of the league.
Yeah.
You were like disassociating from football, just as I do with United right now. So let's not pretend that you're above me. Like
All right.
everyone has their moments.
All right.
Everyone has their moments. Benfica's in third as well. We're having a shit season there. You're tight-lipped. All right. Do we want to do a proper FPL roundup or just kind of
Let's just go.
Just
Yeah.
fucking fuck that game.
Yeah.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this has been yet another episode of the 6 Yard Box podcast. We thank you once again for joining us. This will be our last episode before Christmas, if you couldn't tell. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but to audio listeners, that's the Christmas hat I have on right here. So I'm sorry if that was making noise for the entire episode. But anyways, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast, give us a little 5-star rating and let us know, are you impressed with Florian Wirtz, Ekitike, whatever? Is Blake delusional for holding down his hate?
Probably.
And is my LeBron James Skip Bayless comp justifiable? I think it's a great shout. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all next week. Blake, take us away.
We out.
See ya. Merry Christmas.